And Rodgers talking about trying to finish as high up the table as possible. Well, this is the starting 11 he fields today. 3 changes from that 2-0 loss to Arsenal. And the players that come in are Castagna, who makes his first appearance of 2022. Justin and Tielemans also make the starting 11. They're in for Pereira, Thomas and Albrighton, who is injured. Talk to me about this setup. What do you think? Are this team capable of finishing higher than 12th?
Oh, yeah, it's a poor season for them. I think they've overachieved as well. I think Brendan spoiled them to win the FA Cup last year. They're obviously involved in the Europa Conference League. They will go deep into that. I think they're capable of beating anyone on the day. Good to see Johnny Evans back on the bench there. You've got Fofana, who is resting and he's managing the minutes. Vestergaard can't seem to settle into the side. But I just look at other teams' bench and I say, look at the quality on that bench. So they've certainly got the quality on the pitch to be able to win this game. But they need to finish the season well. Brendan has to get the confidence of the owners and the recruitment guys to give him the money to kick on. We talked about some players he possibly might lose, like Tielemans, at the end of the season. He needs to be able to replace them. Now, their recruitment over the years has been pretty good. They have to rely on the manager. He knows what he's doing. It's had a blip this year, but they finished strong, all good.
What does finishing strong mean? Let's just say, for example, they finish 12th, where they are now, but they win the Europa Conference League. Would that be deemed as a good season, though?
It's better than coming 8th and not winning it.
Anything.
Yeah, I think, you always want, for your pride, for prize money, for everything else, to finish as high in the Premier League as you can. But if you're not in Europe and you don't get relegated, then it's probably, if you're offering me something as a player, I think, right, yeah, we'll win a medal. So if they win a European competition and finish 12th, then it won't be the perfect season. But if Leicester wins something every single season, they won the FA Cup last season, as Tim said, they win a European competition this year, then it's job done. I mean, what more do you expect?
They'd be favourites to do it. I mean, they're favourites to win that conference, Europa Conference League. No one wants to draw Leicester. They're capable on their day. They know how to go over the line in cup competitions. They've done it in the FA Cup. Beat some top teams, Man City, along the way, Chelsea. It's a huge, huge competition for them to win. It's not the Champions League, we know that. But it's unrealistic for them to be in the Champions League. I mean, what are Leicester City? They're a team who are never going to get relegated, but they should be pushing for domestic trophies and Europa League trophies.
Yeah, I wonder how it must feel for them, because for the last 2 seasons, they've been 3rd, actually, in the table at this stage of the competition. And then they've dropped out on the last day, wasn't it, last season? And before that, they've ended up finishing 5th, essentially. But it's a huge drop-off to 12th. So I wonder how they've managed it sort of mentally to think, well, actually, we're not up there where we have been for the last 2 seasons, largely down to injuries, though.
Yeah, I think the drop-off of 12, I mean, it's a win, and they're straight away, they're back up a few places, and that's the difference around those middle teams. So a little good run between now and the end of the season, they could finish 7th or 8th or something like that, and all of a sudden, if they win the Conference League, then you think, wow, 7th or 8th for Leicester and winning a cup competition, it's a really good season. It's been very hit and miss. We spoke about Tottenham being inconsistent before. Leicester are very inconsistent. But they have had huge injury problems. And not just this season. Last season, they started with virtually the whole back 4 out. This season was the same. And it's always long-term injuries as well. They've been really, really unlucky with injuries. And I think if they get all the best players back and fit, they'll be a lot better. But any dreams of winning the Premier League again and things like that, they have to be put on the back burner, and people have to be realistic.
But as we said, there is a chance of winning silverware. And if you look at the Premier League table, actually not many teams. There's only a handful of teams that are actually in with a chance of finishing the season with a trophy. So it would be a good achievement and good for their confidence as well.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, this is a good football manager. He's been at Liverpool. He was very close to winning the league with them. Didn't materialise. He went to Celtic. He won trophies. And then what he's done at Leicester has been absolutely brilliant. I listen to people questioning his position because they've had a bad run. He's earned the loyalty. Give him the loyalty. He's a very good manager. He would get them back. He keeps it at a level kill. We talked about Antonio Conte when he gets so high and then very low. Brendan's always got a happy medium there. Keeps it level. He knows what his team are. He knows he needs to improve. He's going to take to challenge for the Champions League. But he knows it's realistic that they can win the Europa Conference League. He knows that.
You say that he's been consistent, which he has been. Can he take them further, though? Can he get any more out of this team?
I think if Pep Guardiola, for me, is the best manager in the Premier League, Jurgen Klopp, I think if they managed this group of players, he wouldn't take them any higher. Sometimes you haven't got a magic wand as a manager. You just got to do the best you possibly can. at any given time. And I think Brendan's the right man for this football club.